DNA. Three simple letters, but they make up our body's very complex blueprint. Millions of DNA molecules will determine the color of our hair, our eyes, how tall we'll grow, and if we will be able to walk or talk. But can they also predict if we will be the next Einstein or Carl Lewis? Well, some businesses in Singapore are saying yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Sake are just one of over 1,000 sets of parents who have sent their child for DNA profiling. It's a test that is gaining popularity amongst Singapore parents. There are now over 10 companies here offering these tests. The innate traits and talent genetic tests cost between 1,300 to 2,100 US dollars. Mr. and Mrs. Sake paid 1,900 US dollars for Anand's test. The test gives a detailed analysis of 40 different character traits and talents, and even addiction and sensitivity propensities to alcohol and smoking, of which Anand tested to be highly sensitive to secondhand smoke.
We didn't know about it. I used to smoke, and he had non-stop problem with the nose. And then it was really a daily problem. And I stopped smoking. I quit 4 months back. And then after 2-3 weeks, we saw, hey, he's totally gone. He doesn't have that problem anymore.
Mr. and Mrs. Sake tell me that the company they signed up with is called Map My Gene. Barely 3 years old, the company claims to be the first to bring in this innate talent and traits genetic test into Singapore. They have now outsourced the test to 30 different agents that include learning centers and preschools. They first provided the disease susceptibility genetic test that could predict over 100 diseases you might be innately prone to. Then came the talent test. With the tagline, "The Art of Intervention," Map My Gene has already amassed 1,000 over clients for the talent test in just 2 years.
I think most of the Singaporeans can afford to buy this test for the kids. As we all know, many Singaporeans are willing to spend thousands of dollars into traveling package, in computer system, all this, So what is this $2,000 if it really can help the child to realize the potential and to gain a better future?
A lot of people would be interested to know, how accurate are these tests?
It is very accurate. As we all know, blood test, which is done at a cellular level, has accuracy of 80%. Okay? Whereas genetic tests, which go deeper into the cells, which is done at a molecular level, and the accuracy can reach over 90%.
I decided to have a go at the test, which involves swabbing the inside of my cheeks to collect my DNA sample.
Right, so this is my sample. It's sealed and it's going to be sent to a lab in either the US or China for testing. The test itself is going to take 30 days, and when it comes back, it will look something like this. For example, if I were likely to be intelligent, it would show up on the test with 3 pluses. But if I were unlikely to be a depressive person, then it would show up on the test like this with a line of dots going across.
The Sakes, they affirm that the genetic talent test is about 80% accurate for their son Anand. They plan to send their 10-month-old daughter Ananya next. They believe that while nurture is important, nature plays a bigger part.
The genetic comes first. Then comes the upbringing, and then comes the environment. It's just that if you know those, then your upbringing can focus on them and build or modify the framework a bit for the better, so that when the environment starts working on it, the plus of the genetic works better and the minus of the genetic is managed.
Today's competitive society where knowledge is power, parents feel the need to control nature for the betterment of their children.